Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. We are doing your love reading for November 2022. We're going to see what energies are coming in surrounding the love in your relationships. So this reading is for anyone currently in a romantic partnership of some kind, or if you are in a temporary separation from your person, we'll address that if that comes up. If you're single and looking for new love, please stay tuned and I will have separate readings put up just for you guys, okay? Keep in mind, everybody, this is a general reading, so not all of the messages will come out that will resonate for you. Keep that in mind. So take what does resonate, leave the rest behind. And we're also looking ahead into the future for the month ahead. So something may click into place for you a little while down the road. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. But you might want to check out your moon, rising, and Venus sign readings as well for the big picture. And of course, cross watchers are very much welcome as well if you're checking out your significant other's reading. Okay, so let's see where we go. We, of course, did start out on the 25th of October with a big, powerful new moon eclipse in your sign here, Scorpio. So there may be a lot of things that are changing for you right now, especially in regards to your relationships, but also the financial aspect of relationships as well. It may be that you're looking to get your money, your finances back in order. You might be looking at blending your finances with someone else, okay, or maybe keeping something separate, cleaning some things up. We do have a full moon in Taurus, which is also an eclipse on November 8th. So it's really starting off the month with a lot of shakeups. A lot of shakeups, letting go, making change for the better, but with this big focus on money, security, debt. It's, sometimes love itself takes a backseat. Your relationship may not take the backseat, but sometimes love does. So, because we got all these other things that do affect our stability and our security that we've got to deal with. But the full moons do bring about decisions, turning points, okay, can also bring some surprises. For some of you, maybe brings people back out of the woodwork. So if you're hoping for a reconciliation, that may be an opportunity for you there in the month ahead. But things do get a little bit better. Because we've had we've had Jupiter in retrograde, and right around the new moon in Sagittarius, 23rd, 24th of November, is when Jupiter comes out of retrograde. So you may find that your luck is about to change, okay, and isn't that wonderful? We also have a big healing aspect as well, because we do have a very harmonious connection. Look at that, beautiful. A very harmonious connection with Mercury, Venus, and Chiron. So this brings about a lot of communication, kind, loving communication, and brings about some healing. So being able to let things go, to heal situations, maybe even reconcile there as well, or get things back on track. But we do have the Magician coming in here for you. And by the way, if you do enjoy my readings, please don't forget to take a second there to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and leave a comment below, start a conversation or join in on one. The more people interact with the video, the more it gets seen. So anyway, but we do have the Magician coming in here first for you. So you might be really focused on something in the month ahead. Now you could be, because we do have this big pentacle right here, and we also have the chalice that are both front and center, the most visible on this card, even though we do have the wand and the sword as well. So when we do have the Magician, this really does bring in a focus. Okay, focusing on aspects in your relationship. So it could be that you're focused on the love aspect, right? Especially if you feel as though you've been distracted by a lot of things in your world. You might be focused on the money aspect. It's like, I'll feel a lot better about my relationship or about where we're at once we get our money straightened out, once we get our finances in order. So whatever it is that you're focused on, you might be focused on communication, maybe growth, okay? Whatever you are focused on, you're using your resources, okay, to make something happen. All right. This does bring in an energy of confidence and skill. So you might have some skills, some communication skills, okay, or some manifestation skills here as well, right? It's a little bit of magic coming in here with the Magician. So you may want something, and your ability to manifest it here is very much on point here, Scorpio, okay? It can represent possibly a new beginning, or just creating the relationship or resolving the issues that you know that you need to. And, so you're really very optimistic in this energy here. But you may be seeking out external resources to help you along your way, maybe a financial advisor, a couples counselor, things like that. You might be doing that too because you're very resourceful in this magician energy. But I also do think here there's a lot of potential that you have here to make something happen in your relationship or to get things back on track, because we do have a lot of love that's here with the Empress card. Now, the Empress card run by the Empress represents Venus, okay? The planet of love and abundance, okay? Things blossoming in your world. And, so this is representing a challenge for you. So for some of you, maybe you're trying to figure out your feelings. Okay, or maybe there's some underlying feelings about things and you need to address them and get them in the open, but it's a little bit of a challenge. Okay, it can be that either you or your person is maybe not forthcoming with their feelings, with how they feel about things, or expressing their love in some way. So that can sometimes represent a bit of a challenge, especially if you have one person who tends to be very lovey-dovey, very communicative, and then you got another person that's a little bit quieter. There's love there and everything. Their actions may speak louder than their words in that energy. But I do think that there is maybe a little bit of a question mark for some of you about love. Okay, do I love this person? Do I not love this person? Okay, is there enough love to heal my relationship if that's where I'm at? Okay, so, but the Empress card is also about blossoming and growing in your love life. And so it may just be that there's been a period of stagnation here, or the focus has not been on love. It's been on other things, right? Other worldly distractions, right? We have lives and we're not all focused on the lovey-dovey of our relationships. Okay, so it may be that there for some of you there as well. Okay, but it may also just feel as though things have been a little bit stagnant. All right, and again, fortunately, that shift for Jupiter may help get things back on track for you. And of course, if there's something here that needs to be healed, we do have that wonderful, wonderful connection with Mercury, Venus, and Chiron. Let's talk about love and let's heal some shit. Okay, so that's basically what that brings in there for you, and maybe even clear the air, get a little bit of a fresh start with your person on something. All right, so those eclipses really do bring about a little bit of shaky energy, okay, but they can really propel you forward as well. Now, the Empress card is about fertility as well, okay? So perhaps some of you have been having fertility struggles, or perhaps you're at a point in your relationship where you're starting to talk about children and having a family, okay? Whether it's starting from fresh, whether it's blending your families together, it could be that, you've maybe hesitated or delayed starting a family and now you're wondering if this is the right time. Some people may have difficulties conceiving as well, so that can represent a bit of a challenge for you there too. But you may just be talking about family and children in some way, in some level, with that card there too. But we do have Judgment and we have the High Priestess. So this is interesting. Very interesting energy. Something comes to light for you. The High Priestess speaks to you, your intuition, your ability to find balance, and also your inner wisdom. Okay, so it's like you're using your intuition and your inner wisdom and everything to guide you, to help you make choices and decisions, right? The Judgment card can certainly be about making a final decision, okay? But the High Priestess is secrets and mysteries, okay? And so with the Judgment card, where the Judgment card comes in, something hidden may come to light, okay? Or we get ultimate clarity. The truth is revealed. Okay, so you may have an epiphany moment. You may have something that is revealed to you, or perhaps you reveal something to somebody. Your goals and plans for the future, your true feelings. Maybe someone has kept something a little bit hidden. Of course, those eclipses can bring something that has been hidden to light. Okay, so it may be that someone finally expresses their feelings. You might be getting the answers that you're looking for, and this allows you to move forward. Okay, but I think here that your intuition is kind of showing you the way, showing you something. Now, again, I think there's some information that you're wanting, that comes to light for you here in this energy. Very spiritual energy, by the way. It could just be that you and your person are, you have a bond that's deeper than just the day to day. You can have this very deep spiritual bond, and this represents an energy of growth, of that really powerful connection with each other, right? It's like, it's like you know what each other's thinking or feeling, even if you're not in the same room, right? That kind of thing. So I think it's very powerful and very strong for you. But I do have to say, the Judgment card, yep, we're getting things out in the open. We're dealing with our issues. We're resolving issues. We're making a final decision. Okay. And I think here that you're going to get things on track in whatever way that you want it to, that Magician energy. But again, there may be something that is revealed to you. Now, the Judgment card is very important because this really does bring about an opportunity to see the truth, to see things clearly. Okay. Nothing hiding, nothing in the shadows. We know where everyone stands. We know what everyone wants. And then we can choose our next steps. We clear the air, so to speak. Okay. This also brings in an element of forgiving, healing, releasing, letting go. Okay. Accepting things that have been. And again, choosing the next steps. But I've got to say, there may be a second chance that's coming here for somebody. Okay. And we say that with the eclipses and the moons and all that. And there could just be somebody that comes back around again. So if you're looking to heal a relationship, maybe you're manifesting that in. Okay. And you just may get that. Okay. It may be a little bit of a surprise to you, even though it's something that you've been focused on. But with the Magician, we've got the Three of Cups. Okay, so there could be, you might be spending some time with your friends. It's a very social energy. Okay, maybe it's time for you and your person to get out and socialize and have a little bit of fun. Okay, feel a little bit of magic in the air. The Three of Cups does bring about an energy of celebration, of joy, maybe even some good news headed your way. So very positive and very wonderful. This could just be really positive communication. All right. There could possibly be, because that is a social card there, and for some of you, there may be someone coming back again. Someone may be checking you out on the internet, right? And especially if you have been in a temporary separation with your person, okay, there's just something, they are gravitationally drawn back to you, and they might be checking out your social media. Okay, that kind of thing. So you might get something that catches you a little bit off guard, and that is a bit of a surprise, but you've manifested it. But I also do think here that some of you have something to celebrate, and it's really very wonderful. The Ace of Pentacles, possibly an engagement ring, a new level of commitment coming in here, a little bit of magic. The Ace of Pentacles does bring in a little bit of luck. Okay, and again, we have had Jupiter in retrograde. In case you may have been feeling a little bit unlucky. All right, and this is your challenge position. So, but I think here, because it's your challenge, it's not like it's being reversed. It's like a little bit of an extra hurdle or a roadblock that that you need to deal with. This can just represent a waiting game, a slower energy. And it can also be just something that you are needing to put a little bit more time, attention, and effort into to achieve. But the Empress with the Ace of Pentacles, higher level of commitment, expression of love, something that you want, something that you've manifested. The Ace of Pentacles, your manifestations coming to fruition. So some of you might need to be patient, but I think some of you are really getting in this energy of, I have to celebrate something. I've got some really great news to share. If you've been trying to start a family, or you're talking about starting a family, you could certainly get the answer that you're looking for. Maybe a little bit of a lucky break. This can represent gifts of love, gifts of commitment. Okay, all of that coming in. It can also represent a little bit of financial relief too, because perhaps someone has been looking for another job. Again, we're not always focused on our relationship, right? We're not always focused on the love aspect of our lives, right? We've got so many other things going on. And of course, with the Scorpio and Taurus energies there, with those moons, there's a huge focus on money, security, stability. So I think here that some of you are looking for like a new job, or maybe to make some more money, and you just may get some good news in that respect. And that, of course, does help your relationship, because now you don't have to worry so much, and now you can really breathe a sigh of relief and get things back on track. Again, a surprise headed your way, the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles does represent restoring balance and harmony. It can represent something flowing back to you, okay? Back to you. Again, maybe a second chance on something. This can be two people being equally committed to your journey. This can certainly represent a bit of a surprise, a financial surprise coming in, or a surprise, something you didn't quite expect. So maybe someone, is being very mature and very fair in regards to love. Okay, but it certainly is one of, that's a lot of cards, thank you. It certainly is one of where we're restoring the balance. Okay, and again, there might be some help that comes your way, there might be some knowledge that comes your way, but whatever it is, it's bringing in something a little bit surprising, but a little bit excellent. So it could be a new job for somebody. It could be some money coming in. And again, just restoring some balance. So something that you've put out or something that you wanted flows back to you. So for some of you, you are getting some really good news this month. Okay. We've got the Star again. Holy moly. So let me tell you here, Scorpio, the Star card has come out in almost every reading so far. And it's magical. And it's wonderful. There's so many things going on astrologically that are shifting and that are benefiting us in the long run, throughout not just November, some in October, but also in the next number of months to come. So the Star card is that Aquarian energy, harnessing the magic and the power of the universe, miracles and blessings head your way. This brings in success and abundance, hope, faith, love, trust, and everything for the future. This is a very goal-oriented and a very futuristic energy. So I think here that's something that, number one, that you're manifesting something, your connection with the universe, you're bringing something into reality in your physical world. So again, someone is getting some really good news, I think, here in the month ahead. But this does restore the faith, and it does have you looking towards the future, making some plans, setting some goals. But I do think some of you have some very wonderful magical news. Now, the Star energy also brings in optimism, okay, your ability to be creative and inventive, but it also brings in balance and healing into your month ahead as well. So it is an invitation here to look at the big picture. I do have to say, because this quite often can be in this day and age associated with technology, and then we've got the social aspects. So again, social media on some level may be the key for you, especially if maybe someone is going to come back, then maybe they're checking out your profile picture, seeing if you're, seeing what's going on there. You may or may not have already been talking to them to see if you can reconcile. You may not have been broken up for too long, okay? But I feel it's more like a temporary thing going on, right? But someone may be curious about you a little bit, but I do think here that there is just something very exciting, okay, that may be headed your way. Miracles happen, blessings, all of this great news. It is the big yes card, okay, of the deck. Sometimes a little more patience is required. So this could certainly be that you are manifesting what it is that you want in your relationship to get things to where you want them to be. Stay positive and stay optimistic, okay, with both the Three of Cups and the Star, but a little bit of patience may be required. There's a lot of magic. It takes time to manifest things into our reality. And so Spirit's just saying here to be a little bit patient, okay? No one likes to be told that, but sometimes we have to. But for others of you, I think there is something magical happening for you here. We've got the Four of Pentacles coming in here for you as well. So again, I feel like there's been a lot of people that have felt like they haven't had stability for a while, or they need to focus on building a good, strong, solid foundation, okay? And I think here that you have the ability to achieve that, whatever that looks like to you, gain more stability and security in your world here with that as well, okay? It's just you might need to really focus on that, especially if there's monetary issues going on. We need to balance our checkbook, balance our spending, get two people on the same page, that kind of thing. Maybe invest in the future, that too, right? And that makes life a little bit easier as far as relationships go. But the Four of Pentacles can also represent a little bit of a closed off energy. Okay, so, we got this guy here. He looks pretty good. He's grounded, right? He's, whatever. And he's like kind of protecting his assets, Okay, protecting his assets, or he's just feeling a little bit closed off. So this could be a challenge for you, maybe opening up your books, opening up your heart, being open to what someone else have to offer. You might just be protecting something a little bit. So your challenge is getting yourself a little bit open. We do need to be open and in receiving mode to receive something that we're manifesting, to expand our horizons a little bit and to get what we want. So get ready to receive here, I think. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This has come out a few times as well. And the Wheel of Fortune, something shifting in your world. And it's wonderful. But whenever we do have a shift in cycles, okay, even though there's good luck and good fortune and expansion and growth and forward movement and all of these things, right? This shift, okay, even though there's all these wonderful things, when that shift is occurring, we do quite often feel like we're not on a good solid foundation. So I think here that there is some magic in the air for you, and I think things are shifting for you, but you may need to deal with a little bit of uncertainty to get yourself back on track. But again, you could have some luck on your side, right? We've got a little bit of lucky energy with the Ace of Pentacles. We've got something coming back to you, flowing your way, possibly with the Six of Pentacles, maybe a really good surprise. And then the Wheel of Fortune can bring about surprises too, by the way. Okay, some very happy surprises by the looks of it. All right, but certainly can shift things around and gives you a little bit of luck as well. So certainly some luck might be on your side here, you guys. All right, but let's get the last few messages out here for you and see what else we've got. Thank you. Last messages, please. All right. And we have go the distance. Slow and steady wins the race. Long-term goals may be achieved, may be reached. You might be about to cross the finish line right about now. For others of you, remember, life is a marathon. Relationships are a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, and something that is your goal, something that you want, is achievable, but we do sometimes need to make bold moves, but we also sometimes need to know when to go with the flow and wait. Okay, so for some of you, there's something happening relatively fast that you've been working on for a while, that you wanted, that you've manifested. Others, a little bit more patience may be required, but you will get there. It's also an invitation here to look at your long-term goals, your future. What does the future hold for you? Where do you see yourself headed? Set your intentions, set your goals, know what you want, talk about it with your person. If you're both on the same page, great. If you're not, maybe you need to kind of, just make some compromises. Six of Pentacles. Okay, make some compromises and then you can get on track. We also have never ending story in here. Okay, and when we have the never ending story, this can represent just feeling a little bit down in the dumps, as though you're stuck, as though nothing's going your way, as though you don't have what you want. And again, it's a reminder that there is something on the horizon that may make us happier. There's a turning point that is coming in. Okay, it's card 37, and that breaks down into a 10. Okay, and we do have this shift in cycles with card 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So you may be feeling as though you've been going around in circles. And I think for some of you here, the never-ending story can certainly represent an aspect of your relationship, having the same argument over and over again, repeating the same behaviors over and over again, the same cycle, the same things over and over and over again. So there might be a decision to make, and there might be something here that you do need to get out in the open and let go, and that's where that Judgment card comes in. Okay, it's something that can really help you to break the cycle of a never-ending story. Okay, you might be making a decision. Can we change something? Can we fix and heal something? Or do we need to let it go? Okay, so there's only two ways to break a cycle. Either to make a conscious effort to break it, or maybe even to walk away. Okay, so never-ending story, something that's come up previously may come back around. But in order to break out of that, something's got to change. And we do have change in the wind for you. Okay, so I think that you are breaking free. There is one of your final messages here, and we have wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. That is always a reminder for us, right? We've got to be in the flow. We got to take action when we know we need to take action, but we also need to sit back and allow when that time is calling for that too. Final message. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So there's always a silver lining somewhere, and there's always something to be grateful for. We can always make some sort of change. All right. And, if we look at our things, even if we've got money issues and struggles, or we've got relationship issues and struggles, there's usually something that is going right. Focus on what's going right, or focus on finding a solution, and try and have a little fun. 3 of Cups, right? Have a little bit of fun, because when we do have some fun, we feel a sense of relief. We feel lighter, we feel brighter, we feel a little bit better about things, okay? And then we can deal with things a little bit easier. We kind of take our focus off of our problems for a little bit, and, we can maybe even find some answers and see the potential when we do that. I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I hope there was something here that resonated with you. If so, please don't forget to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.